we are live. Apparently you can only do the portrait. You got any questions? Got any questions? Show how big is your penis? About that big, you can't really see it in the camera. We want the carb king. What is dick ball ratio? Come on, let's keep it cycling specific. I don't know how you measure that. Give me some questions, cycling. Vegan. It's Durianrider cycling tips on the backboard there. Just saying what's up, carb the fuck up. I'm gonna do half an hour here, and I'm gonna do half an hour on my main channel, Durianrider, and then I'm gonna go half an hour on the Ask Durianrider channel. Touring tire recommendations depends what sort of touring you want to do. I would recommend, for the Indy Pack, I'm doing the Continental 4000 GP S 28mm. If you want ultra puncture resistance, go the Maxxis Refuse in a 28 or 32. Maxxis even do a tubeless ready with sealant, you could do that. Depends on what touring you're doing. You're doing gravel or road, I don't know. But something depends if you're going for speed or strength. Disc brakes dangerous. I don't think they're dangerous. I think that crashing, pro cycling's dangerous, man. Pro cycling's dangerous. Someone breaks two arms and a leg, no one cares. Someone cuts a shoe with a disc brake, worldwide media. So pro cycling's dangerous as fuck, and it's up to the riders to decide. The riders should decide what they want to race, not the manufacturers. I think discs are great. They're fucking awesome. I've got hydro disc bikes. I'm using hydro disc for Indy Pack. Discs are fucking awesome. As a professional cyclist, people got to decide what they want to race with. Can I fix your stages power meter? If it's in front of me, I got my stages hat on, I could definitely get it cranking. Otherwise, send it back for warranty. But what you want to do is take your battery out, let it dry out overnight, put a new battery in, calibrate it, update the firmware if possible, and then go for a ride. But definitely take your battery out and your cap overnight. If it's dry where you live, go for a ride around the block or down the mountain, let it really dry out, no moisture. Put a new battery in, should be good to go. And then check your old battery and see if that still works. Why don't you do Melbourne to Adelaide with Maven and Abdullah? Melbourne to Adelaide. When is that? I'm doing the Indy Pack. Maven's doing the Indy Pack. Abdullah should do the Indy Pack. Who thinks Abdullah should do the Indy Pack? I think Abdullah and Joey should definitely do Indy Pack. They'd love it, man. I should do it on tandem. That'd be good fun, good videos. How often do you recommend to ride a weight loss journey? Sell your fucking car, get on the fucking bike. If you've still got a car and you want to lose weight, come on, man. What the fuck are you doing? Oh, I live in Toronto, Canada, or I live in, Hobart, and it's really cold winter. Get the fuck out of there, man. Get somewhere that's warm, so it supports your fitness goals, your weight loss goals, man. And remember, it's not about weight loss, man. It's who you become as a person, more than what you look like, man. Personality is king. Who you really fucking are. When the camera's off, man. Behind the scenes, who you really are as a person. That's all that fucking matters, man. Doesn't matter how fast you can ride, or how far you can ride, or how fast you can run, or how big your fucking dick is, or your pecs, or whatever. End of the day, who you are as a person, man. That really is the most important thing. But in a shallow world we live in, where people reward money, or looks, or aesthetics, or fitness, or fake steroid muscles, or whatever, I understand why we get carried away with aesthetics. Why don't I race anymore? What do you mean, road racing, or what? I do running races, I'm racing the Indy Pack. Indy Pack's the hardest bike race in the world. If you can think of a harder bike race, I don't know, man. Nothing's harder than Indy Pack, bro. I started racing bikes with the UCI license back in 1997, racing crits at Regency Park in Adelaide, South Australia. And I raced A-grade for a bit there, road and crits, not just crits. Mountain bike as well, A-grade mountain bike. I was always pretty shit on the downhills though. So I've done my racing stints, and I prefer these days to do running races or ultra-endurance bike packing races, such as the Indy Pack. Why aren't you RO? What does RO mean? Are we going to see the pros using 28mm? Pros are already using 30mm in Paris-Roubaix and Flanders and stuff. Pros are going to be running 28s, man. But you got to remember, the pro cyclists, man, they've got some next level bike handling skills. So the 28mm tire, even though it is faster, the sponsors don't really like it that much yet, because it's sort of like the frame companies have to change how much spacing is in the frame, and a lot of these aero bikes can't handle a 28, so it's a bit, it's insane. The pros don't actually ride the best equipment. They ride what the sponsors want them to ride. Ask any pro. Actually, you can't ask any pro because they're under contract obligations. But I've talked with some pros, man. They're straight up honest with me. They're like, man, these brakes are shit. These bikes are flexy. These wheels snap. I don't use those carbon bars because they crack. You know, they can tell me off camera because I don't want to mention any names. But yeah, the best shit out there is not what the pros are riding. Why did Freely change your name? When did Freely change your name? What, a few years ago or just last week or what? Will Richie Port win the Tour de France? I don't think he will. I think Richie's, as I said the other day in the live stream, that Richie's got the horsepower for it, the blood volume. He knows how to ride in the bunch. He knows how to climb. He knows how to descend. He knows how to TT. But in my opinion, my experience with Richie, and I'm not throwing shade out there, nothing. I don't think he has the emotional muscle to deal with the media and the press and the pressure and the critics and the haters that you get when you win the Tour de France or when you wear the yellow jersey. I don't think Richie's got that going for him. He doesn't have that emotional muscle, in my opinion. And that's based on just my experience with him riding up Corkscrew Road that time where I was like, hey, I want to get some... One of my viewers said, I want to see you go full gas up Richie Port up the Corkscrew. And then out riding one day and Richie comes flying past. I'm like, fuck, turn the GoPro on, let's go. You know, let's have a bit of fun, a bit of banter, nothing, just harmless. And Richie saw me and turned around and he's like, get off my fucking wheel, cunt. And I'm so, whoa, like, fucking chill, bro. And I was so taken aback. I was like, what the... And I just couldn't work it out. And then I was like, fuck it. I went around him and dropped him. You know, so it's like, if you can't handle Durianrider, just getting a little YouTube snippet for like a YouTube question, how are you going to handle the mass media press putting all these allegations, like, you know, like... So Durianrider is like a little litmus test. I'm like an acid test. You know, your critics or your haters or whoever on the internet is like a litmus test, an acid test to see if you're really serious about going next level. So I think Richie's got the potential. Physically, he's already proven that. Two down under, mate. Two down under. Did you see that on Wollonga stage or Torrens Hill? Man, he dropped the entire peloton. Teams swapping off. Richie's just like, bam! He's motherfucking out of there. He launched it, man. You know, so he's got the ability. He's got the ability for sure. But mentally, he's got some evolution to go on there, and that's total straight up, you know, friendly, constructive, open, honest criticism. It's not me throwing shade, or that's just straight up, you know, person to person, man to man, rider to rider. If he wants to go next level, Richie, you got to build it up here, bro. You got the legs, you got the ability, but up top you got to release some of the old demons, bro. Critics, comments, haters. Part of the deal, man. Don't worry about it. All I eat is rice and juice, and I'm not lean. Get on the juice, bro. Get on the juice. I mean, like for how long have you been doing that for? Like a week or 2 days, or 10 years? What? You know, what else is going on in your life? You on any drugs, or you doing any sport, or you coming back from? What's your definition of lean? You know, you like Holocaust 3.9% body fat lean, or what's the definition of lean? You know, who's my favorite rider and why? My favorite rider is the noob who has no cycling friends. Everyone in the family's like, why are you riding your bike again? Like, it's dangerous. Your colleagues at work are like, you ride your bike to work, oh my God, like, I hate cyclists. They're my favourite cyclists because they're overcoming the most. They're overcoming the situational inconvenience. They don't know how to fucking fix a flat tyre. They don't know where to park their bike. They don't know how to deal with rednecks in cars. Then they're overcoming social disapproval. They don't know how to deal with people saying, oh, you're a cyclist, fucking... And they're my favourite cyclists because they're the ones who are really doing it. They feel that fucking first crash, that first flat tyre, that first hill, maybe that first race or the first Commuter World Cup or that first Strava segment or whatever. They feel it, everything for the first time, and that's the joy of cycling, really. That first time, that innocence where you're out on the bike and you're really learning it and feeling it. That's really joyous. So they're my favourite sort of cyclists. Please answer my question. I really need help. What's your question? You should have a vegan podcast. YouTube, bro. That's what I'm doing on YouTube. Live streams, bro. Thanks for the support, Vegan Beaver. Should I move to Adelaide? Oh, these questions are coming in fast now. I'm having some breathing problems. Hard to breathe in cold weather. Get some asthma puffers. Move to where it's fucking warm, bro. And understand everyone has cold weather breathing difficulties compared to warmer weather. So it's not just you, bro. And also with breathing, relax, man. The more you can relax, if you're like, you can't fucking breathe, man, like a little fucking hamster on fucking pingers. You gotta relax. Breathe from your stomach, not from up here. You wanna breathe down there, breathe from your bowels, like Roy Elliott Hall said. Just relax your breathing and you'll breathe a lot better. Hot or cold weather. When you're pushing big watts, you breathe, relax. Look at all the top cyclists, the fast motherfuckers. Lance Armstrong, Richie Port, Froome, Valverde. All those hitters, man, up the climbs, they're all relaxed. They're all relaxed. Even when they're like, they're still relaxing. They're not hyperventilating, not stressing out. It's loud breathing, it's controlled breathing, but it's relaxed, strong breathing. So relax, bro. Relaxing is the biggest tip, man, for climbing and time trolling. Durianrider trolling tips: carved up and have a sense of humour. Would I rather have Sagan's facial hair or Chris Froome's arms? I've got little Chris Froome arms going on here. No, I don't. I've got Sagan arms. I think arms is better than hair, because hair can chop it off. It keeps you too warm in the summer anyway. Favourite fruit, anything that was quality, man. Quality sweet fruit. Could be bananas, blueberries, ackee, jackfruit, durian. If it's quality sweet, it's good. Durianrider cycling merchandise, what would you want to see? Give me some ideas. I'm gonna put out some soon. How sweet is the Varenti technique? What is the Varenti technique? Let me Google that up. Keep these questions coming, crew. Varenti tech, nice, a bike. I thought it was some sort of sexual thing. Nice colours. Yeah, wow. Nice colours in the old Venti Touareg. Who sells that? Who sells that? It's not, man, the bikes that are coming out these days, pretty good. This is a Wiggle selling it. $520. That was pretty good, man. Nice colours. Well, the kit Bovolino made, that was a one-off. Or maybe I can do it, I don't know. Am I going to be at Sea Otter this year? No, I won't be in the US this year, I don't think. I'll be in Thailand for my Durianrider's cycling festival. That'll be better. I mean, Sea Otter's awesome. I had a good time there last year. It was 4 days, but in my opinion, it's not long enough, because I didn't get to meet everyone and see all the vendors and all the product and test all the bikes. But 4 days isn't long enough for me. So when I released the ebook, got a new book on for guys' relationships. So when I get off my ass and finish it, gotta get off YouTube. Whatever, cycle up the hills in Puerto Rico for sure. Is riding on a treadmill as hard as running on the road? No, road running's way harder. So if you do a 10k time at 40 minutes on the treadmill, that's probably maybe 44, 45 minutes on the road. Road running's way harder, because the treadmill, you get that bounce. So road running's way harder. Would I come to the US to race gravel? I've got an Adelaide friend, Jason, thegravelcyclist.com, and he lives in the US and he always gives us these updates on the gravels. Maybe, I don't know. But with racing and insurance, and it's sort of like you need a UCI insurance. So basically, if I want to do a race in the US, it's going to cost me $1,200 to $1,500, because I need to get an international license to cover me insurance-wise. So why do I love Giant so much, bruh? Giant bikes in Australia, really good value for money, and an international brand with great warranty. I'm not sponsored by Giant. Even if you ask the guys at Giant Australia, most of them, I think I'm a bit of a clown, a bit of a goof. I remember one time me and Freely were at the 200 under last year. We had all these people around us asking for selfies, and we both had our Giant bikes with us, and we need the Giant tent. And I just sort of look over, and the Giant guys are just like writing us off hard. I'm just like, mate, we sell more bikes than any of your sponsored riders in Australia combined. But you know, even people don't even have to like us. They say, hey man, I don't really like your shit, but fuck, thanks for the shout outs, man, I appreciate it. But so we're not sponsored by Giant at all. I just think they're good bikes, man. The guys in Adelaide, they do help me out at Giant Adelaide. They do help me out with some things here and there. I appreciate that. And they're guys I've known for through the bike scene for 10 plus years. But all right, questions. Durianrider jersey. Date for ebook, man. Well, I'm going to focus everything on IndiePack. And then I can after IndiePack, let's say end of April, we'll put that book out. Tips on saddle soreness, angle of saddle. You know, your position of your saddle. Do you get out the saddle enough? Every few minutes you've got to get out the saddle, keep the blood flowing, keep the friction minimized. You know, things like that. Maybe getting chafing, use some moisturizer on your points, on your ischial tuberosities, on your bony bits of your bum, put some moisturizer on there. You can put it on your skin, or you can put it on your chamois. The cycling shorts help as well. So what sort of saddle soreness? We're talking chafing, we're talking numbness, or we're talking the bone bruising. The bone bruising, it gets better over time. The numbness, that's because your bike setup's not right, or your saddle's not right, or you're not getting that saddle enough, or you're dehydrated. The chafing can just be too much Ks on not enough skin toughness, or it could be bike fit as well. I'll talk about that in my cycling ebook. Get a copy of my cycling ebook on Durianrider.com. It's called Durianrider's Lean Body Bible. It's a cycling ebook, man. All my tips, the saddle comfort, everything I've learned. Can you fit a 32 cassette with ETAP? Yes, I've had ETAP. You can run a 32 with it. How much for a bike fit Brisbane? Just Google it up, have a look around, sniff. You don't do expert bike fit, but just someone who's experienced. You don't want to have, someone who's under 30. You want to have someone who's experienced, who's done a few hundred bike fits. Maybe ask someone, how many bike fits have you done? And if they're like, oh, maybe 20, go, no worries, thanks, mate. Keep calling them up and just say, I'm looking for bike fits, and then who's the guy, how many has he done? And if they're reluctant to answer the question, say, oh, actually, I've got to go. Thanks for your time, bye. You want to have someone who's got experience, man. You want to have someone with experience is like really, really fucking important in life, man, definitely. How much should you pay? It might be $20, it might be $200, It depends. You don't need nothing too professional. Just something basic from someone who's like experienced is enough. Because you could get someone you pay him $600, but they've done 2 bike fits, and that will not be as good a bike fit as some old school dude who's fitted up a fucking zillion per people, and he goes, mate, just give us $20 or just give us $100, we're good to go, And then you mark all your measurements, so if anything slips, you got some reference points to go back to. Questions, give me questions. We'll do another 14 minutes, and then I'm going to go over to Durianriders. Favourite jersey in the peloton. I saw like a fluoro yellow one the other day. I like safety colours these days, man. Coming to Ireland, no time soon. Should I rent or buy a house? Depends if you've got the money in the bank or not. If you've got the money in the bank, buy it. If you want to live in the same place, who knows, man? I don't know what sort of lifestyle you want to live. Stems, what about stems? Can I win the Indy Pack? I can win the Indy Pack. But a lot of people think they can as well. Like, we all talk it up, I talk it up, but let's find out, man. Should I move to Adelaide, work in National Park, and cycle commute to and from? Why not, man? Why not? Do what you want to do, bro. Thailand's better though. It depends what your goal is. I mean, Adelaide's really good if you want to be like a professional cyclist, because the guys here are so fit and the girls are so fit. If you want cheap living, digital nomad, just go straight to Thailand. Adelaide's expensive, man. If you're camping out, it's cheap, it's free. But if you want to have a house to yourself, then go straight to Thailand. Just bypass Adelaide. And if you're going to come to Adelaide for a holiday, come in January, 2 and under. If you're a student, you want to study, then Adelaide's got great universities for that. Otherwise, Thailand's is going to be better because it's going to be cheaper. It's going to be a lot easier for you. So if you've got heaps of money, Adelaide. If you don't, if you're dead broke, come to Adelaide, but you're probably going to enjoy Thailand more. If you want to be a pro rider or get real, like next level fit, then Adelaide. Have I read The Game? Yes. Neil Strauss, good tips in that book. Why don't you make more videos trolling about Uncle Chester? Just being slack, man, just being slack. What panniers are you using for Indy Pack? I'm using the Ortlieb High Vis panniers. POC helmet's any good. It's all about what helmet fits your head shape and what helmet is bright and has enough ventilation for you. So first one, does it fit well? Second one, is it high vis colour so it's actually visible, safe, so undercarb stone driving motherfuckers can see? And third, does it have enough ventilation for your needs? What else we got here? Prank Nation. Roommate gets pissed that I bring my bike into the apartment. How would I handle that? I'd chop that motherfucker up, man, into little pieces and put him in the fucking fridge and feed him a figsy. You gotta say, maybe there's something else going on. Maybe there's something else you're doing that they don't like, and they're using the bike as an excuse. So just sit down and say, hey, what's up, man? What's up? What's the deal? Is there something else going on here? Or let's communicate, man. Tell me what's going on, and just communicate with them. I don't think it's just the bike. Probably something else going on. Ask them. I've got a bike fit, $30. Awesome investment. Good vegan beaver. Good. And mark all your seat height. If anything slips, you've got a reference point to go back to. Tank Figsy on Indy Pack. That's a fucking funny comment. Best piece of advice for rider starts, crit racing. You got to be used to crashing. To be a good crit racer, you got to be used to crashing, bro. You can't be a good crit racer and not be crashing hard. All the best crit riders, man, they've all got hell scars in their elbows and shit. You basically just want to be scarred the fuck up. Your knees, hips and elbows. And if your knees, hips and elbows look like fresh and clean and virginal, you ain't a good rider, man. You ain't a good crit rider. You're going to be fucked up. Every pro's got fucked up knees, hips, and fucking elbows, man. Alright, so understand that. You want to be a good crit rider, gonna get in chipped teeth, you're gonna be breaking bones. If you're not breaking bones, you're not really a real rider. Not a real racer, I should say. Or actually, not a real road racer or downhill rider. BMC, why did Freely change name to Go Free Yourself? Because I said that I created the name Freely, the spelling Freelee, and I created the term Freely Banana Girl. So you got to have like a catchy term, because Freely was people like they call it like Freela or Freelay or Freelia, and I said Freely, like you got to tell them it's Freely, like Freelee. So Freely created Freely in terms of Freelea, but I'm like, it's too confusing, make it easy to spell. I learned my mistakes from Durianrider. Durianrider is actually a pretty bad name for social media SEO. So Freely wanted to have separate from me, so she changed it to Go Free Yourself, but she'll turn it back to Freely and Banana Girl soon enough, because people can't find her anymore. What's the lowest cost of living and racing in Adelaide? I wish to come as a student. The lowest cost is camping in the trees in Morialta National Park. You're not allowed to camp there, but you just do because you're homeless. And cost of racing, you have to, unless you're an Australian citizen, you probably won't be covered for racing, so you need an international license, which is maybe about $1,200 to $1,500. What you can do is send an email to Norwood Cycling Club or Cycling Australia and ask them, am I covered with insurance for hospital bills if I crash in a race, and ask them what the deal is. Do you make cash solely from YouTube? I've got a few ebooks out there, ebooks and YouTube, and also Figsy. She's a hit dog. Are you going to make addictions video like Freely did? Addictions on what? Best place to ride in Australia? Adelaide, man. Adelaide. Should I go to Adelaide for the uni? Yeah, man, for sure. Adelaide's fucking best place in Australia to live, man. Best place in Australia to live. If you're a student or a cyclist, it's the best. So if you got to go to uni, then go to Adelaide. Worst wreck? Probably hitting a car, or a car hit me 2 years ago when I was riding through the city. He pulled into the bike lane, I was going a bit too quick, and he didn't indicate, just boom. Bike mechanic, learn yourself. Bike mechanic, man. Definitely, learn yourself, definitely. Have been riding in Colorado? No, but it sounds good, man, it sounds good. Most naturally talented rider in the peloton? No one knows that, because no one knows who's full Matty Bra and who's not in the big names, so. Do I like new Durace mechanical? Yes, but the Durace 9000 is so good. And to be honest, the Shimano 105 5800 is, man, that's probably the best group set. Definitely, not probably, is the best group set on the market for the money. And it's just as good as the Durace, man. Keep your cables clean, get your derailleur hanger straight, learn how to straighten a derailleur hanger. Man, it's crisp and sharp. Favourite food to eat while biking? Any vegan carbs? Probably dates, man. Dates are really good because they store well, they don't get off, they don't get bruised, they don't, they're just good, man. Dates. Where to get the hat? Sea Otter, one of the stages guys gave me the hat for selling a few thousand stages, power meters for me. I got a free hat. What happened to Bittersweet? I'm not sure where Daniel is. I haven't heard of him for ages. What kind of e-bike do I have? I've got a Specialized Turbo S, and I've got a backfront kit on a giant tough road. If I go to less stages power meter, can I swap it across bikes, MTB, gravel? Yes, you can. As long as it's Shimano Collotech, they will be compatible. The Q factor may be a little bit different, and make sure you've got the same length. Let's say you've got 175mm cranks. Don't buy a 170mm crank. Let stages, make sure it's the same, yeah? Otherwise, you could be risking an injury there by using different length cranks all of a sudden. So yeah, they will work. The Q factor may be a little bit off. You may have to put a spacer in there somewhere, but it will work, definitely. What do I think about indoor biking? There's a thing called Zwift that's really taken off. I recommend using rollers though. I don't recommend putting your carbon bike, in a trainer, because it's probably going to damage the fuck out of it, man. So I'd recommend just get like a Dunga bike, like something that's a bit more heavy duty, and put that in a trainer if you want to use a trainer. Otherwise, rollers, man, rollers. Max cassette on a SRAM Force derailleur, not Wi-Fi. I would say, oh man, is it 10 speed, 11 speed? I would say try the 32. I haven't done it, man, so I can't honestly say. I wish Aussies win against India. Cricket. Best dog food. Ask the dog. I would say, 99% of dogs can be vegan pretty easily. Figsy not so, because she gets too skinny. So I'd say dumpster dived meat scraps, because I don't like buying meat from the meat industry. I just got TCR. Nice. Do I like titanium bikes? Yes, I've got one coming soon. Brand new Di2 semi-transition. It's not essential. It's not bad. It's not a gimmick, but you don't really need it. You don't really need it. No one's getting dropped or no one's not finishing a ride because they didn't have synchro shifting on their bike. Di2 or mechanical, depends. I'm using mechanical for IndyPack because electronics just fuck up. So if you're depending on electronics, then you're at vulnerability there. So I reckon mechanical is more durable. The best rider at GCN, I would say, would be best rider right downhill, uphill, TT, fitness. I would say probably say Simon would be the fittest. He's the youngest. Should a vegan do with their cat? Give it to Figsy. Feed it vegan food. I can get you freeze-dried arky. What did it say? Hang on. What power meter should I use of SRAM Red? I'd get a Stages. Get Tori to IndyPack with you. She's a beast. She's a freak, man. She's got the mindset. But she's still young, man. 21's, I think, is too young for IndyPack. IndyPack next year, who knows if it's going to be on, man. Where do I live in Australia right now? I'm in Adelaide. Review the Copenhagen wheel. I think the wattages is not fast enough, man, for the Copenhagen wheel. It's good though, good start. How does the start IndyPack work? No drafting. I think there'll be like, there's 100 riders at the start, so it's going to be a little bit of drafting, but it'll single out. It's 5,400k, so if you draft for the first 10k, I don't think it's going to have too much an effect on a race that's taken that long. Ideal rim width for road, I like the H plus Sun, the 19 to 21 or 23 mil internal width, nice and wide, bit more control there. Lower back pain on the bike, stretch out your glutes, man. Stretch out your glutes. Don't use a handbag. Don't use one of those messenger bags, and just try and always have a double pack, strap pack, and spin, and get a bike fit. Thoughts on Jesus? Jesus said, "Don't kill." Jesus was a vegan. What would Jesus do? Ride a bike and go vegan. Be nice. Am I going to be YouTubing during IndyPack? Definitely. Definitely be doing YouTube as much as possible. Ideal front double, I would say 4630, man. Good old Blue Eyes Jesus. I would say 4630 is a really good setup. Make some vegan bike stickers. Which bike for IndyPack? I've got a bamboo bike building up at the moment. Any chance I won't do IndyPack? There's no chance right now at the moment. I'm booked, I've got my flight, I'm cooking it. 650B, I don't rate it. Adelaide Company Fibrous, that's Lars. Any good? Yeah, the frames, like Lars been riding, actually my friend Shane's been riding one of the frames for a few years and it's been going alright. Your videos should be more calm like this, you're too triggered usually. I'm on my meds right now, so. It's a different setup here. I've got the questions coming in. Diverge or Slate for gravel. They're two different bikes. The Slate will handle more hardcore gravel riding, like cross-country racing pretty much. And the Diverge is a bit more of a road bike. What's going on my ribs? Watch my cycling channel, man. I got hit by a car video. Not going a lighter bike for IndyPack. You want to go for strength versus light. I'm actually on meds. I'm on a shit ton of meds. No, the doctor said take painkillers, and I rejected that. I didn't reject him when he said that. I said no worries, mate. But to take painkillers when I'm not in, excruciating pain is pointless for me, because if you take painkillers, then you'll move your chest muscle or your ribs in the wrong way. You can further increase injury. So, I've taken painkillers before, but there's a time and place for them. Thoughts on dating non-vegans? Man, there's enough vegans out there. So if you're depends what you're looking for, man. Depends what you're looking for. If you're looking for something, just to hook up or sort of a fuck buddy or something like that, it's your call. If you're looking for a relationship long term, then in my opinion, you got to be on the same page. Otherwise, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Tire size for IndyPack, I'm running 28 mil on a wide tire, so it's more like a 32. The Diverge have the shock technology next year. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that the Diverge is going to be like 50 mil tire clearance, and it'll have the future shock, which yes, good. But if your tires are that fat, you don't need the suspension if you're just on gravel. Cork versus Stages. I like Stages, man, because it's so lightweight and it's so cheap. And Cork have come down in price, but Stages for me is hard to beat. Cork's good though. How comfortable is my TCR? TCR's great, man. Great bikes, very comfortable. In my opinion, it's more comfortable than my Defy. How will I pace IndyPack wattage? Got my power meter on there. Got my Stages power meter. not sponsored, and I was going to be going, 120, 150 watts, just keeping it chill. Watts, Brandles, I didn't see that. 68 kilo. 68 kilos, 5'8". I'm too skinny. Nah, bro, you're not too skinny. Ever ridden a Kona? Yeah, I've ridden Kona bikes before. The Kona guy doesn't fucking like me, though, the dude in the US. I thought Figsy was Friendly's dog. It was, but she gave her away. Weak as piss. What's that? Why not on your main channel? I'm going to the main channel in a second. All right, I'll do 5 more questions. I've done my half an hour here. Just turn up for work and I'm going to fuck off. And then I'll go to my main channel. So we have 5 more questions. Estimated time for Indie Pack, I'd like to do 391k a day. That's 14 days. Question 2, how many bikes do I currently own? 21. 3, would I fuck a Kardashian? What the fuck are these questions? Only if it got more status for the vegan community. No, don't leave us. I'm going to Durianrider, the Durianrider channel. All right, so go to my main channel. I like it here because you can actually read the chat. Sleep time Indie Pack. You sleep when you need it. Who's the biggest contender for the Indie Pack? I would say Mike Hall and Jesse Carlson. There's a guy coming from Belgium, but I don't think he's going to do that well because of the weather differences, unless he's been doing some training here. And, I don't know, I think it's going to be too much of a shock for the system. One more question. Can we meet up for a ride in Adelaide, man? For sure. Join the High Carb Vegans Adelaide group. We ride most days. Saturday. Tonight I'll be at 7 p.m. Tower Hotel, McGill. I'll be pacing the guys up on the e-bike. So if you want to come for a ride, come meet us at 7 p.m. Tower Hotel, McGill. All right, gang, I'm going to bail off this one. Thanks for the questions. We'll do more of these. And give this live stream a thumbs up if you want to see more of these live streams. All right, now we're going to go to the main channel. Thank you very much. Can I drop Lance? Fucking drop Lance. Drop him, motherfucker. Drop him.